No, I have not forgotten about this channel, and I haven't forgotten about you guys. I've just been out for a long time, and in this video, I'm going to explain to you why I've been gone and what's been going on in my life lately. I think at this point, I owe you guys some form of explanation, and I'll give you guys a preview of what's to come in future episodes. But just to give you a quick synopsis before we hit the road. Yeah, so about a week or two after living in Orange County, which was about 4 months ago, it just wasn't the same. I've been used to living in San Diego for such a long time, and I just started hating living here. It wasn't the same lifestyle as San Diego. San Diego is just such a gorgeous place to live in. In my opinion, there's a lot more to do in San Diego than here, and San Diego's just paradise for bikers. Over here you have PCH, and that's what I'm riding in right now. Speaking of right now, today is the 28th, and I will officially be out of here as of November 1st. But anyways, you have PCH over here, which is absolutely beautiful. I usually ride from here all the way down to Crystal Cove, which is by Newport Beach, or the end of Newport Beach. And then sometimes, if I really want to, I'll ride all the way down to Dana Point, which is about an hour going this way, an hour going that way, depending on traffic. But it's very scenic on PCH, but that's basically it. That's all you got. If you drive about a half hour to 45 minutes east, you got a few canyons here and there, but it's nothing compared to what you got in San Diego. In San Diego, towards the east, towards the north, everywhere, there's so many different areas to ride in, and I really missed that about San Diego. The other thing I missed about San Diego was the fact that I can literally park anywhere on the beach. You got Pacific Beach, you got La Jolla. Anywhere you park next to the beach, it's for free. Over here, all to my right, there's parking, and every single one of them you got to pay $15 to park. But I think they also have a yearly pass, which is $250. But I started realizing a week or two after I lived here that I'm just not interested in living here anymore. The quality of life that I had in San Diego, the type of people that lived in San Diego, I miss all that stuff. And every couple of weeks that passed, I missed it more and more. The other thing is that the neighborhood I lived in was kind of shady. There was the building across the street from us, and there were some shady people living over there. And a lot of the people that lived over there really didn't have a job. They were just always hanging out on their balconies doing nothing. They'd always make loud noises, and sometimes they would fight across the street as well. At least once or twice there would be police on the block somewhere. I don't know, domestic violence and domestic issues all the time. And I started realizing that I made a mistake living in Orange County. But that being said, the neighbors that I lived with, they were nice people, except for the people who lived right next to me. There was a couple in there that were heavily using drugs. I think they were on methamphetamines, or I don't know what they were, but anyways, the couple broke up. They separated, but the girl was in there with her 2 kids, and she kept getting high every single day. Her dad kept coming over and checking up on them. Sooner or later, she went to rehab, came back. Her kids got separated from her. And I mean, I know all this stuff because I'm always in and out of the apartment. I never talk to these people. But you could tell something is deeply wrong. And you could tell that something was deeply wrong when I saw her father literally carry her out. As she gave me this blank stare as she was leaving out of her apartment, I knew that she was high and that there was some kind of an issue. Anyways, all this stuff boiled down to me not wanting to live there anymore. I said, screw that, I'm out of here. So let's go back to the prior 1 or 2 years before COVID happened. I wasn't traveling at all. I wasn't having any fun. I was either working on my business or I was working on my YouTube channel. And so I was basically working all the time. And so I think what I did for myself was I had an escape, and my escape was other people's YouTube channels. And the YouTube channels that I particularly watched was this guy. His name is Mav. He lives inside of his truck, and he would travel in a lot of places, and he would have a lot of fun living out of his truck. And then I would also watch this other guy. His name was Chad, and he had a channel called Living the Van Life. These 2 channels, amongst maybe 3 or 4 other channels, became my absolute favorites. Every night before I went to sleep, I would watch a couple of episodes, and then sometimes during the day when I had some time off, I would also watch these channels. And so from the time that I started living in Orange County, and from the time that I started not liking it, I started watching these videos. And I was thinking to myself, wow, this is so cool. Number one, these guys don't have rent. Number two, they live in a van or they live in a truck, and they can take their van and truck anywhere they want to. They can travel anywhere they want to. It seemed like a very, very cool idea to me, but I didn't really think about doing it myself. So fast forward 2 months after living in Orange County, I started coming up with the idea that this whole van life thing could potentially be for me. So I quickly made up my mind that that's what I was going to do. I was going to move out of my apartment, and I was going to buy a van. I was going to convert the van and potentially live in it. I really thought long and hard about this. It took me quite a while, and then I finally came to the conclusion that what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell my BMW daily driver. There goes my BMW. Sold it. And I'm going to sell my Porsche. So I made that video for you guys, which was feels like an eternity, because I usually post 3 videos a week, and it took me a long time to post anything. I stopped posting mainly because I just didn't feel good. I didn't feel good where I lived. I didn't feel good about myself. I was bored most of the time. I didn't like the neighborhood I lived in. It just didn't feel right, and I didn't feel inspired to go out there and make videos in the same locations that I made videos all the time. At least in San Diego, I had different locations, but here I feel like there's only PCH. Like, I can go in different areas of PCH, but it's just PCH. I didn't feel inspired. So that gives you an explanation of why I stopped posting videos. But otherwise, I decided that I was going to live in this van, and I decided that I was going to do it full time. But I was scared, and I'm still very scared of doing it. And as of this November 1st, I'm going to be doing full time in the van. I missed that, man. I haven't ridden this bike in so long. Damn. So I started researching vans, and at first I wanted to get one of those big high top ones, but then I figured that I needed something that was stealthy. I needed something that was small, didn't cost a lot of money, and I could take the proceeds from my BMW and I can buy it outright. So I chose the Dodge Ram ProMaster City. It was a $27,000 van. I ended up paying $2,500 over sticker, because as you already know, there's shortages in the automobile market and everything is sky high. Whatever, it was whatever. I didn't care at that point. I got rid of my Porsche, I got rid of my BMW, and so now I own a van that's outright. So next, I was looking for a build. And at first I was interested in building a van myself, because a lot of the builds are super expensive, costing upwards of $20,000-$30,000. But then I found a company called Cascade Camper, and these guys have a 1-day build. Yes, my friends, 1 day to build out your van. After I bought the van, I went to this company. They're out in Nevada City. They built out my van, and the next day I got it back, and man, I couldn't be happier. It's got everything. It's got a faucet, it's got a refrigerator, it's got full off-grid electricity with a solar panel. I mean, I'm gonna create another video to give you guys a full tour of my new home, and I can't believe I'm saying that, a full tour of my new home. I never thought a couple of months ago, before I moved out here, that I was ever going to do this. This is not something that was planned. It's just kind of like it's something that was developed in the last couple of months. But anyways, I'm frightened and I'm excited at the same time. From the moment that I decided to move out of Orange County and into a van, there was so much planning to do. Because number one, I had to find a buyer for the Porsche. Number two, I had to find a buyer for the BMW. Number three, I had to sell all my belongings. I don't have anything to my name anymore. The only thing I have is a bed, and someone's coming October 31st to buy the bed from me. And that's basically it. After that, I don't own anything except for the clothes on my back and this van. I literally decided to minimize everything in my life. I no longer own anything except for that van. Oh, and forgot, 2 motorcycles. That's basically it. So in San Diego, I secured a storage unit for the 2 motorcycles. and maybe like a box or two of personal belongings that, you know, you don't want to throw away, like old memories, pictures, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't really throw that stuff away. So that I'm going to keep. Memories are important, and I have a lot of that stuff, so I'm going to keep that. But otherwise, the clothes that I have, the belongings that I have, everything that I have are going to be kept inside this van. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys a full tour soon, so you'll be able to see everything. But in the meantime, the van is a glamping van. I mean, it's got all the necessities I would ever need. I put a hitch on it. I put a diesel heater on it because I'm going to be doing some traveling, which I will talk about whenever I do my tour video. The diesel heater, I'm going to use that whenever I get to, obviously, places like, I'm going to be traveling, so it'll be all over the United States and it's going to get super cold, so that's where the diesel heater comes in. Prepping the van, buying all the accessories for it just to make it feel homey. You know, there's a lot to do. It's kind of like a new home. You got to buy furniture for it, but in this case, it's not furniture, but more like accessories just to make yourself feel at home. Cooking appliances and whatnot. So I guess now, where do we go from here? I don't have a place to live anymore except for my van. I have my 2 motorcycles. I have this channel. And I'm going to be living in a van. Wow, what a turn of events in the last 4 months, right? And I haven't posted in such a long time, which hopefully you guys still understand. And hopefully you guys are still loyal and will continue to watch my corny videos as often as I could release them. I do plan to create a separate channel for my van life adventures. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to name it, but I do have a couple of episodes that I haven't uploaded yet. And as a matter of fact, for this channel, I have a couple of episodes that haven't uploaded it as well. I went to the track recently, so I got plenty of episodes coming for that. And of course, as you may know, I took the R6, I posted on Instagram. But anyways, I got a couple of other episodes as well where I hung out with a few of my buddies and had a good old time over there. And I'm not exactly sure what else I have, but I haven't had a chance to edit and upload any of these. I'm really sorry about that. Things are going to be moving in the right direction as soon as I move back to San Diego as of November 1st. I'm actually kind of excited, to be honest with you. I've been living under a roof for the last 46, 47 years. God, I forgot how old I am. Anyways, and you know what? I'm kind of excited to know what this feels like, not having a roof over your head, living inside of a van, going from place to place. It's kind of like being a gypsy, but you know, it's something that I chose. It's not something that I'm being forced into, and I think that's the difference. I'm not forced to do this. I'm not doing this because I don't have money. In fact, I have more money now. I sold a Porsche. I paid for that all cash. The money is mine. The BMW is mine as well, and I got money for that, which paid off the new van. And of course, the build was like $8 grand, and I paid that off as well. So the whole thing is mine. So I'm definitely not doing this because I don't have money. I'm doing this because it's a choice. I'm at a point in my life where I feel a bit jaded about everything. I feel jaded about where I live. I feel jaded about my life. Things just don't excite me as much as they used to. But anyways, you know, I'm at this point in my life there where I need to make some changes, and who knows, something good might come out of this. Who knows, I might meet some new people. I might meet my new lover. I might have some new experiences and travel to the places I would have never traveled, and sleep in places I would have never slept. Maybe have some bad experiences, maybe have some good experiences. You know, all this is kind of like a mystery. I'm not really sure how any of this is going to pan out. All I know is that I've prepared everything I could in the last 2 months for November 1st to come. And I think I'm pretty much ready. I have my heater because if it gets cold, I turn on my heater in the morning and at night. Doesn't matter where I am. I could be in Alaska. It could be negative 30 degrees and I will be nice and toasty in my van because of my diesel heater. I have a kitchen inside of it, you know, and I have running water. I have a faucet. I mean, the only thing I don't have is a bathroom, but I have a gym membership, so I go to the gym practically every day anyways, except now I'm gonna have to go additional 2 days, which is the weekend. So I'll do my showering and my number 2's over there. I know it's for you guys that have never done this before, for you guys that have always had a roof over your heads, I know this is very unconventional, and believe me, it's very unconventional for me as well. This is not something I'm used to at all. But it's something that I'm willing to embrace. And you know what? If I hate it, not a big deal. Because right now we live in an unprecedented time in history where the prices of new and used vehicles are astronomical. If this doesn't work out and I try it for at least 1 month, I can sell it and get back the same amount of money I paid before. And potentially I can make a profit if I find the right person. But I don't really care about the profits. I thought about this long and hard. I'm gonna give it a try for maybe 1 to 3 months to see if I like it. And if I do, I'm gonna continue it for an entire year and travel all over the US. And maybe I'll take my motorcycle with me and travel with it as well. And I think I'm gonna have a good time doing it. But I know that at this point in my life, I'm trading comfort for freedom. That's all this is, my friends. Trading comfort for freedom. I'm free as a bird. Get in my van. I don't like the neighborhood. Park it in a different place. And I can sleep there, I can eat there, I can do whatever I want. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it as far as updates are concerned and what's going on in my life. I told you I would update you guys, and here it is. As far as this channel is concerned, it's going to go back to normal as soon as I move back to San Diego. And I suspect I'm going to have a lot of time in my hands. No longer will I be sitting in front of the couch and watching YouTube videos. There's a couple of goals that I have on about doing this. And one of them is that I want to start learning about investing and invest my money, because the money that I'm going to be saving from paying rent and everything is probably going to be a lot. So I want to look into investing that. Plus I have some money saved up and I want to start investing as well. The other thing is that I want to start reading and I want to start learning new things. So I'm definitely going to invest in my education and a couple of other things that I'm probably going to talk about in future episodes. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Thank you so much for hearing me out. And now it's your turn. Please be honest with me. Am I making a mistake by moving into this van with my dog? Because my dog Rambo, he's going to live with me as well. Am I making a mistake by doing this, or am I doing the right thing? As I mentioned before, if I don't like it, I could always sell the van and find another place to live in San Diego this time. So let me know in the comments section what you think. Write down below what your thoughts are, and I will catch you guys in another episode. And I'm really happy to be back, to be honest with you. I really miss posting videos for you guys, and I really miss creating content. So anyways, guys, ciao for now. See you next time.